Okay, so this is Gimp, and I'm going to go to this conversation. I have the image you sent here. You can copy the image directly if you click on the image and copy image, and then you go edit, paste as, new image. That's one way. It's 352 by 352. Up here it says 352 by 352 on top here. So that's one way to open an image. Another way is you go to here. I don't know, it depends on what app you're using. Just download it. Download, it should be under downloads. You probably know all this, but whatever. Just showing you the steps in Gimp. If my computer would load, it would be nice. Sometime today, maybe. Come on. So we know it's under download, so we can just go open, file open, downloads, and it's, where is it? t1.png, which is also 352 by 352. Okay, so this is the layer dialog here. You can turn that on and off. You can add a new layer. You can choose white, transparent, or whatever, foreground, background. You can, I'm just gonna add the white background. Okay, the layer is on top of your image. If you turn that off, you see your image. If you turn back on, it covers it. To put it behind your image, under your image, you click on the layer here and you drag down here, you drop here. Then now the image is on top of the background. Let's name this, double click, name this background. And then if you want to change the background color, you can just click on color and choose your color here, whatever. Let's try something like blue, that blue. Okay, then you drag the color onto the white. You drag the color from here to here and you let go and it fills it, because there's no selection. When there's no selection, it works like as if you're selecting all. So if I selected, if I use this rectangular tool and selected this area, for example, select this area, so now I have a rectangular selection. If I click the white and drag onto there, then it knows that there's a selection, so it'll just fill that part with white. But if you go select none, then you can drag the whole thing over and it covers the whole image. See? The whole image. Okay, so the background is blue. Now on this layer, make sure you have this layer selected, because we'll be cutting away what we want to reveal. So choose this free select tool, click on this first one, hold it down, and there's three options. Let go on the free select, so there's a rope, like a string icon. You can start clicking away here. You can hold down and draw if you want, or you can click points, which are like composed of straight lines. But if it's a curve, you can draw like this. You can just keep drawing, draw that. I'm gonna click here, click there, then click outside to select all. Then you go close the loop where you started. So now you see the dotted lines around there. It's a selection. So I have selected that area. Now if you want to delete because we select the person, we want to delete this area around her, but not her. If you hit delete now, it'll delete her and not the background. So Control Z to undo. Also, if you hit the delete, notice it's white because this layer doesn't have transparency yet. So what we can do is Control Z, undo that, and then go add alpha channel. If the layer name is bold, see how it's bold? It means it has no transparency. So this layer has no transparency. You can add alpha channel, which adds transparency. And then now the layer name is no longer bold. Now if you hit Control X or delete, it'll reveal the underlying layer, which is the blue. But that's not what we want, so we'll Control Z that. And then to invert, you go Selection, Invert, or Control I. So Control I to invert the selection. Now Control X. See, that deletes the background because we just selected the inverted version of the selection. Okay, and then what else? So there you basically have your image on a background. If you want to, let's make this background larger. So we'll go to canvas size, image canvas size. We'll make it 400. Let's say 450. No, 420. Click on that. This would be 420. Click on one of these boxes to see, so that you can drag this around to see where your canvas is. Your image is so I'm gonna put it like to this corner because her shoulder is against the edge, and then I'm gonna go resize. So see, you have this blank canvas around here, so the layers are only in this smaller square, but the canvas is larger than that. So what you do is you go to background, and then you go to layer to image size. So it sets the whole layer to be equal to the canvas, which is the large area. Now if you click on that, if you click on this, it's still the small. Let's go select none first. See how it's, if you click on the first one, the yellow lines are like around the small square. That means that layer is still in that small area. But this background layer is covering the whole large area, but it hasn't been filled without blue. So if we go here and drag it over here, then it'll be blue. Okay. So that's looking pretty good. Except the shoulder here looks too sharp. Let's make that round. So we just select around there, so it's somewhat round. Close it. Click the layer we want to cut and cut it. Yeah, see, now it's still, that's showing the small area. You can leave it as this and export it. I usually go layer to image size because I like my layers to be the same size as the canvas. It doesn't really matter when you export. When you export, is you get to see what the result is. So now if you go export as, if you save, it saves all the layers information as an XCF file, which is a Gimp's native format, which saves all the layers detail. So if you save this as an XCF file, save as an XCF file, then you can work on this later, which is good. So let's save that as t1.xcf. Sure. See, so now if you can't open it in other programs because GIMP can only read XCF files. But if you want to export as an image that can be used on the web or whatever, then you go export as, not save as, but export as. And then export as, and see, now you can enter PNG or JPEGs, up to you. But yeah, let's call this edited t1.png. Then export, and then just leave the default fine. Export. So see how this has two layers? This is the XCF, but if we go file and open another one, and we open the PNG, then it's just the image result, which is only one layer. This is only one layer. See, one layer. But if you go back to the XCF, it has two layers that we work with. So it's good for editing halfway and then not sure if you want to edit it later or not to save the XCF, but the image is the output is the .png. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Yeah, okay. Cool, good luck.